we have a special guest.
We do. This is Apollo.
He is 5 months?
Oh.
6? I don't know. He's a puppy.
He's some months.
Yeah. He's a pooper. And he is our special guest for today. Welcome back to another...
He's not our dog.
No, he's not our dog. But welcome back to another episode of Under the Sun and Moon podcast with Michelle, Kes, and Apollo. I'm Kes.
I'm Michelle.
There you go.
This is Apollo. And we don't want someone to open the door to the store, and because he's so young, have him run out onto Main Street. So he is attached by a leash.
Yeah.
Here, supervised.
And he doesn't like it.
No. No, because he's used to having free reign. But at my sister's house, where he lives,
There
he's
you
my nephew's
go.
dog, Kes's cousin. When the back door opens, they're pretty much free to escape out into the yard, which is fine, but not here where he could get hit by a car.
Just nibbled on me. So,
What are we talking about today?
we were talking about pets.
Pets. Oh my gosh, she's
That's
too
just
cute.
sad. Hi.
We'll make sure to post lots of photos of adorable Apollo.
Eye boogies. There you go.
And he has adorable friends too.
He does have adorable friends.
Yeah.
His largest friend, Shadow, is very, very handsome, very beautiful boy.
Mm-hmm. He is.
And right here. Okay.
Got flea dirt? No, he's clean.
No.
Okay. He was nibbling earlier. Oh,
I think it's some allergies.
could be. Who knows?
So
So how many pets have you had?
5, I think,
Mhm.
because it's been
Sabian.
Lilo,
Mm-hmm.
Jack, Annie, Gimli.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had 5.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sabian was an American Eskimo that my husband and I had. And we had him until,
I was 3.
yeah, you were about 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 12 years old. We had to have him put down. He had diabetes, he broke his leg. It was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had 1 year, roughly, without a pet. And then Kes got Lilo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cat. That was a cat.
Yeah. Lilo.
We just had her put down on Monday. She's the last of our pets.
Yeah.
So we're petless.
We are currently petless unless we bring you here.
Yeah.
And then I was 4 when we got Lilo. I was 8 when we got Jack and Annie.
Yeah.
Because they were from the same litter.
They were brother and sister. She picked out Annie first. She was just going to get 1 dog, and then we decided to get another dog. I felt bad for the one that didn't get picked from the litter. To be fair, at the time, my sister had 22 puppies in the house.
Yeah, it was an accident. The one of her dogs literally met the boy next door.
Both of her dogs, both of her
Oh,
females, met the boy next door within about 2 weeks of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so within a span of about 10 days, the first dog had 12 puppies and the second one had 10. And the father was an Australian Shepherd, which is what we have here.
Yeah, not the same
And
father.
the mothers were, our dog's mother was a black lab.
Yes.
And the other dog's mother was a yellow lab.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Chloe. She was a sweet thing. Yeah, she was so sweet.
Oh.
And then you got Gimli when you were 15, 14?
I was 14. 'Cause we were
14.
still living in Eastgate.
And he died when you were 19 then? Because he died in 2018. In the
It was
fall.
just before. No, it was June. It was just before I turned 19.
No. Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
Annie, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. So 4 years you had him. By the way, if you're a parent, you're thinking about getting a guinea pig, don't do it. There's so much work.
I learned.
And they bite.
Yes.
Unless you pick them up like every single day.
I learned.
And she
my
went away
lesson.
to college, and I was not going to bother with a rodent. I did
I-
clean his cage. It's exhausting. She was devastated when he died.
Yeah, because he was like,
I know, he was close to you. Yeah.
we would sit in the bathroom and I'd lay on the floor and he would crawl around me and lay on top of me. He
Mhm.
was like he was a hefty pig.
He was.
Yeah.
He was a porky pig.
Yeah.
And he didn't really get any treats or anything.
No, most of his
until he
diet.
was older, and even then we only gave him seedless cucumbers.
Yeah, most of his diet consisted of
Guinea pig
grass
food.
and food. Yeah.
Water.
Water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of water weight, I assume.
Yeah. And then, so he was the last one that we acquired.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was, in your series of 4 pets, excluding Sabian, because he died when you were young.
He was the first.
Emily was the first to go.
And then it was Annie, like 6 months later.
Yeah, but at that point she was
11.
11 and change, and she was blind when she was born. Her eyes didn't develop, so she didn't lose her eyesight. She just never really had much eyesight. It would seem like she could see light and shadow.
Yeah.
Because when things moved, she could, and I don't mean like in the space where she could hear them, but at a distance, if a shadow passed in front of her, she would turn her head and recognize it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, she couldn't see anything.
And then.
We couldn't move the furniture for her.
Right.
Everything had to stay in the same spot.
She was really good at navigating around different smells,
Yeah.
obviously.
She used her
Her
nose and
hearing
her
was
ears.
awesome.
Oh yeah, extensively. She was a really great dog. She just couldn't see.
If she could see, she would be like the best watchdog.
Yeah.
And then.
And then we had her brother Jack.
Yeah, Jack was more shepherd than he was lab. Which also.
Yeah, he was very heavily a herding dog.
Which also meant that he had more anxiety.
He did have a lot of he was a very anxious dog.
But he was 14?
13.
13? Yeah?
He hadn't turned 14. He was 13.
Or no, yeah, he was 13, he would have been 14. And then...
Because he died we had to have him put down in the spring of 2021.
Yeah, because that was
And he was born in November of 2017. 2007.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was almost... it was almost exactly a month before I graduated.
Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it was 2008. No, you were 8.
I was 8, so it was 2007.
Yeah, so 7 to 11. Yeah, 11. He was...
7 to 11, that's 14.
No.
Well, not 7, yeah. 2007 to 2021, that's 11.
Right, but he would have turned 14 in November, but he died in April, so he didn't have a birthday.
Math. God. And then, most recently...
Was Lilo. She was
Lilo.
19 years old.
Yeah, she was old.
Very healthy cat.
Oh, yeah.
Of all our pets, she went to the vet the least.
Yeah, and she's the one that, like, she would catch bats and
She
never
was
got
bat killer.
rabies.
Yep, she was awesome. Yeah, because our first house was a late Victorian home here in Ravenna, and with a full attic, and not really sure where they came in, but they came in every summer in August when the heat hits its highest, because they're mammals and bats are looking for a cool place to be, and they would come inside and then the cat would kill them. No exaggeration, she killed like 29 bats.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the 11 summers that we spent in that house. Actually, 12 summers? 12 summers.
12, yeah.
Yeah, because we were there 11 and a half years.
Yeah.
So she definitely earned her keep.
And then...
She wasn't doing too well recently. She was pretty old. She had arthritis and...
She clearly had... It seemed like something neurological was going on.
Yeah, she seemed dementia.
Very lethargic, very...
Confused.
Yeah. Was having really bad incontinence everywhere. I have a question for you.
Oh, you have a question for me? Okay.
Out of all the animals, who do you think you had the best relationship with?
Probably Sabian.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But when he got older, I'm not a big fan of puppies. They're cute. don't
hear that.
I just don't want to raise a puppy. I don't have it in me. But when they get older, they're more my speed.
Just like children. You're
That's
not
true.
a big fan
I'm not a
of
baby
younger-
person, but once
Yeah.
they get to start to move into their teen years, they can be annoying, but at least they can speak then. And you can have conversations with them.
Yeah.
So that's more my area, which is why your dad was home with you guys when you were young, when you were young, and then I wasn't home by choice when you were a teenager. I was out of work, but I was home with you for 4 years, and that was a good way for it to be.
I feel like,
Because he was very much a baby person.
yeah. I feel like as much as like I love Lilo, she was like,
You're my kneecap.
Oh,
just
yeah.
pop back into place.
as much as I loved Lilo and she was like my first pet, the one that I picked out, Annie was my baby.
Yeah.
Annie was definitely like, she would sleep in my bed with me, and she would sleep in my bed with me, and she would herd me around the yard,
Yeah.
and she would sit with me
She
on
was
the
very much a
couch.
mama type dog. So
Yeah.
she was good for that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had it.
She was a lover too.
Oh yeah.
She wanted to sit just about on top of you and be petted.
Yeah. And our dogs were never really like big lickers,
No.
but she would lick sometimes.
She would lick the sofa.
She would like this.
It was really, really annoying.
I thought you just gagged for a second.
No, I have the hiccups.
She would lick the sofa. She would lick like different parts of whatever area rug we had. And I don't know if it was because she was just trying to figure out like,
I think it was
Was?
like a calming sort of thing, like soothing behavior.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Jack was Dad's dog.
Yeah, he was.
You know, it's also
Although they all ended up, if you're a mom and you have kids with pets, they all end up being yours because you have to take care of all of them.
yeah.
Especially when your kid goes away to college and they can't take their pets or pets with them.
I'm sorry.
And when you first went away to college, your first year at college, we were still living in the farmhouse, and my husband was in environmental consulting, and he was gone 50% or more of the year. Not just the work week, the entire year, like weekends and everything, holidays, birthdays, all kinds of stuff. He was gone all over the country, mainly doing monitoring on military sites.
Yeah.
Trying to check the contamination levels of soil and groundwater and all kinds of other stuff. Anyway, so I was once a week cleaning the guinea pig cage, twice a week cleaning the litter box, and feeding all the animals and taking the dogs out and spending time with the dogs and the cat and everything. Yeah.
I think did Dad enjoy having Gimli?
Yeah, he liked Gimli.
Okay.
Yeah.
Granted, he named Gimli. He picked out the name for him because, for those of you who don't know, Gimli is
From the Lord of the Rings.
From the Lord of the Rings, he is the Dwarven king, right? Or he's the Dwarven
He's
knight.
not a king.
Or no, he's a Dwarven knight. He's one of the ones that like goes on
He's
the
a dwarf.
adventure. Yeah.
I have no idea what his status was. General, amusing, agreeable, somewhat cantankerous. Really good at fighting. Dwarf.
I think, you know what's kind of funny?
But
One of my best friends and my husband are not really pet people.
no, your husband is not. He thinks he's a pet person.
He likes other people.
He likes the idea of it,
Yes, he likes the idea of having pets.
but he doesn't like the reality.
No.
of it. Like if you're eating and the dog comes up and sniffs the table or sniffs your plate, because he likes to like sit on the sofa and eat instead of at the table. Because he grew up with cats, he didn't grow up with dogs.
Yeah.
It freaks him out.
Yeah. And then my best friend has a cat, but he doesn't understand why she acts the way that she does. And I'm like, she's a cat. He's like,
yeah.
But then he complains, he's like, yeah, but why can't she do the things that I can do? And I'm like, because she's a cat.
She's not a human.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like that though. They try to put human qualities to animals. Or they're like, she's thinking about what she did wrong. No. They never do that. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry. That's not the way it works.
My husband and I have talked about what kind of pet we want to have.
What kind of pet do you want? Tell everybody as if they don't know.
I don't want it.
Corgi.
Well, I want a corgi, yeah.
Corgi.
I want a corgi.
I mean, she'd like to have a sloth, but that's not happening.
Yeah, no, that's not.
That's not fair to the sloth.
Mm-mm. Sloths are not pets.
Neither are snakes.
Snakes.
Or birds. It's not fair to
Yeah.
keep them in captivity.
I want a corgi. I've told my husband, I'm like, you know, if I could have like, I think it's weird when people call them hobby animals, but like if I could have a horse.
Oh, a
just,
hobby
like,
horse?
Have a hobby horse. That'd be nice, but that's expensive.
It's
too.
very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they need their very own roof.
Mm-hmm.
And in upstate New York, you got to make sure that they don't freeze.
Right.
And they need fans in the summer, like people. They're big giant mammals, and they eat a lot of food, and they need exercise, and they take a lot of time. And you have to feed them and clean out their stall every single day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I love corgis. God, if I could have a corgi, I would.
Mm-hmm.
I would also love to have a pitty. If I can't get a corgi, I would love to have a pitty.
Uh-huh.
It's also difficult because I've already, like, my husband and I have talked about it before. He needs to. Hang on a second.
You think someone's coming in?
Oh no, I just saw them past the window. Sorry.
I need water. Oh. Okay. He needs to.
He would like to have a dog that's more on the hypoallergenic side.
Yeah.
Because his allergies are bad anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which he doesn't always admit to.
yeah.
I'm gonna get more water.
Okay. If we get a cat, we've already agreed to name it Toast. Because the story's actually really funny. We were driving to our college it was either one of the semesters or it was one of the days that we were moving out, like during the pandemic when we had to go back later and get our stuff. I don't know. But we're sitting in the car and we're like, what would you want to name, like, pets that we would have in the future? And I always think it's really funny to name pets after different types of food or different types of, like, objects. Like, originally I wanted to, like, name one of the pets after an appliance for no apparent reason. But just because I think it's funny. And I was like, what about toaster? And he's like, what about toast? And I'm like, I can do toast.
I can do toast.
I was talking to Jesse.
Yeah.
I was like, I asked him the same question. I was like, what would you name, like, for example, what would you name a turtle?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't know what I'd name a turtle. And I'm like, I know exactly what I would name a turtle. And he's like, what would you name it? And I'm like, spatula. And I'm like, he's like, why? And I'm like, because why not?
That's not a good answer.
I like the name spatula.
Okay, well that's what he had to say.
Oops. I almost pushed your water over.
Oh no.
Oh no. What do you think? We can always. Oh, his butt just wiggled.
Oh, I stretch it. Oh. Okay, rub the tummy. Oh. Oh, the leg is going. Oh.
We could always talk about, like, what having pets has, like, taught you and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do you think pets have done for us in terms of like actually, yeah, I'll start generally. What do you think having a pet has taught you? I know, there's so much there.
What do you think having a pet has taught me? I don't know.
No.
They didn't teach me responsibility. I knew that before.
Yeah. Wow.
I knew how to keep something alive.
Mm-hmm. Can you grab Miss Homer?
I think that, yeah. I think that, where'd it go with that?
I think he's just annoyed.
Let it go far now. I think that pets taught me how to relax.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good at it. I'm not even fair at it. No. I have a lot of anxiety, and tension, and I learned from the pet to allow the pet to help me to relax and have a moment where I can chill a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think pets have taught me that I don't know. I feel like on a kind of a similar note, I feel like pets they never really taught me responsibility.
No.
But I think they have taught me, like, okay, I have one. Pets kind of taught me how to, like, have fun. Because I really like playing with animals. Like, I really like playing fetch with doggos. Or I liked using the cat toy with Lilo. Or I liked, like, setting up little runaround courses for Gimli to stick his big butt through.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked playing, and I think that having pets taught me a little bit more about having fun. Especially when in this kind of, I think in this day and age, ew, I hate that phrase. In this world where a lot of fun is kind of centered around technology and social media and things like that, it's nice to be able to have a disconnect. And these guys really help me with that.
Yeah.
So I guess it's also kind of a way of relaxation.
Yeah.
You itchy?
And yawning. And shedding.
And yes, there was a lot of hair on the
There's
floor.
a lot of hair. You gotta go the other way. You gotta come here. There you go. Oh, there you are.
How are you doing since it's been so recent
With Lilo?
with Lilo?
Still grieving, of course.
Can you not eat the pasta?
I think it's just smelling stuff.
Stinky?
I think that the hardest thing right now, of course, is like just that she was there, you know, and there are so many elements of my life that she was present for. Like this morning I had English muffin. And I put the butter on the English muffin and there's no cat immediately appearing to try to lick the butter off of the English muffin. You know, so it's little things like that, little noises that I would hear in the house, like I said to you last night. To me it sounded like when she would start to move more recently and I would be like, oh, I need to check on her and see if she's walking okay or if she can get to her water or whatever the case may be. And then I have to remind myself that that's not what the noise is because she's not there.
Right, and as of recently, she started falling.
Yeah,
Because
that
she
was
wasn't
scary.
able to hold up her legs. So yeah, that would make sense. Just to hear
And we live in a basement, and I always felt very secure being in the basement because we had the cat. I felt like if an animal got in, like a mouse or a snake, because they're all around the house, that she would take care of it.
Yeah, because that's just kind of what she did.
And so I do find myself having a little bit of fear now because there isn't that animal presence.
Yeah.
There are dogs in the house, and the dogs come into the basement, but none of those dogs is gonna get rid of a mouse or a snake.
No.
It's for the most-
Maybe one, but she.
Sadie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's old
Yeah.
now, though, so,
I
yeah.
feel-
How about you?
Honestly, I'm not doing great because.
She was your first.
She
like
was-
your very first.
Yeah, and her and I like grew up together. I was 4 when I
Yeah.
got her.
Yeah.
And so I'm 23 now. So it was weird what are you doing?
I saw you record.
It was weird it was weird realizing that I wasn't going to have a pet anymore that I kind of had as part of my identity as well. Because Lilo was always my cat. As much as she wasn't a people person, she was my cat.
And you had picked up Annie, and Gimli was yours, but somehow it was Kes and
Kes and
Lilo.
Lilo.
Was, yeah, about, yeah.
Even though she liked you the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sad, and I don't know, yesterday I was kind of like in a daze.
Yeah, yesterday I was worthless.
Yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday. And we had her put down the day previous, that she had to be put down on, look at that face.
On Monday, yeah.
Yeah, on Monday. But on Tuesday I didn't do anything, because
I
I
tried.
kind of couldn't, yeah. I did, like we had a meeting and stuff like that.
Last night.
But that was the only thing that I did.
Yeah.
So I feel like
And I did some homework while you were hosting the meeting.
I feel like even now, minus because of my I feel like even now, because my physical state, because of my period,
Yeah.
is taxing me at the moment. I think I'm also just
Do you have to go out?
tired in general because I'm sad.
Yeah.
I might need to take him back out now. I think he smells. You think he smells?
I think he farted.
Oh, do you have to poop again?
No, you're not getting that out of here. It's not yours, it belongs to someone else.
Is there anything else?
Ugh. I think that we'd like to hear from you about your pets.
Yes, I would love to see pictures of your pets. If
Yeah.
you would like to send them our way.
Yeah, if you want to email them to us through our email, through our website, post them on Facebook, send them in the message on Facebook. I think we can take
Or even
photos.
even when
Or through YouTube, when you comment on the YouTube.
can you put photos in?
I have no idea. We're gonna find out. And then we could, make a compilation of them and share them with people. I'm trapped.
I know, I have two just sitting on me.
Okay.
I think that
Man, that was tough.
I think also when you post to Instagram, obviously when we post to Instagram, we also post to Facebook, but you can put photos in Facebook comments
Yeah, but
as
you
well.
can't in Instagram, which is weird
No.
because they call it a photo sharing. Now they call it video sharing now, but
I know,
I'm
that's
not gonna
a
go
whole
there.
other thing, because I will get mad. But what is this? I have a CVS prescription. But yeah, we would love to see your pets and talk about the things. Tell us like what they've done for you, how long you've had them. Like, just send us cute pictures. And help us feel better.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the card filled up right as I was about to say that
This has been another episode of Under the Sun and Moon podcast.
with Michelle and Kes and Apollo. Hello, baby.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Kes.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.